So here we have our exhibition Architecture of Hope, Islands of Hope in Williamsburg in the Luna Center. It's a shopping mall in Williamsburg, and it's the first time that we are having an exhibition here. We had the exhibitions in different galleries in Hamburg, we had it in Berlin, in Stuttgart, in Düsseldorf. We had it in so many different places, in Nazareth, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. So this is something like a conclusion. Islands of Hope is bringing all the exhibitions that we had since the 7th of October and before, with our project. And these Islands of Hopes are stations where we have some conclusions of the exhibitions that we already had. We start here with our entrance. It is in a video light art installation that was in our exhibition in the Bala Khaleka in 2023-24. And there we have 3 videos. The first video is inviting our audience to enter the exhibition and is giving us an idea of what this exhibition is about and why we are doing this and what happened to us after the 7th of October and how important it is to bring all these groups here together. The second video is a video about the 7th of October. It is a part out of the movie from Jan Lewandowski, where my colleague Gal Pelek-Pfennig is sending me an audio record, and it is like realizing that the morning is different and that it really feels like war, and we are at the beginning of the 7th of October. And the third video is a video of one of our students from Rahat about her experience being on the Bedouin side, having her family being scared for her and looking for shelter. So we have this invitation in to the exhibition to see and to understand and for sure to find a room of encounter. The first station that we have here is a station where we have 2 videos. One video is an impression out of the documentary We Will Not Hate from Martin Steinmann. It is documenting our experience 1 year before the 7th of October, being there with our group of students in Kibbutz Nahal Oz, directly at the Gaza fence, and being in between these feelings of feeling guilty to be on the other side, feeling like a betrayer for my students, and also being on the secure side, not knowing what was going to happen after the 7th of October, and so 1 year later. The second movie is a part of the short movie of Jan Lewandowski, Architecture of Hope, that is having our journey since the 7th of October, where the students are explaining what they felt, what happened, and we see our answer in going into performance. Performance was the way of making the unspeakable handleable, and to see and understand each other and to translate the feelings into movements. And this is what Architecture of Hope started to be about after that time. Having this station, this Island of Hope, we see different islands. This is like an impression of some of our exhibitions that we had. It's an smartphone installation with different chairs, the chairs symbolizing the war and the way that it's not possible to find a seat together or to sit together and to see and listen to each other. And we have here our students from Shahanegev, from Rahat and from Wilhelmsburg documenting their life, their daily life in 1-second shots, and in between we see social media feeds and what their experiences are being during this war in between the sites, and having also their regular life. And in between we have some artworks from Nir Alon that we had in some of our exhibitions, and it is a station where we can really start a conversation with our visitors. So we have groups from schools and from universities that can start here to talk about the different narratives of we can't talk about two sites, so many sites, and this is like a really wonderful artwork that gives us the possibility to talk about this topic. So this is like a conclusion out of more than 5 exhibitions that we had in different spots and in different arrangements. And next to it there is a television where we have also a conclusion of different social media feeds from the students from Scharnecke, Frahat and from Wilhelmsburg to see their different algorithms. And in between these algorithms we have also some impressions of the exhibitions that we had already in Hamburg and outside Hamburg. And behind this exhibition there was our first try after the 7th of October to bring the students together in Poland, and it was not possible to bring all 3 groups together. We were only able to be there with the group from Rahat and our Wilhelmsburg students, and the topic was Architecture of Hope on the Ruins of Death. And what does it mean to work with the history and present? And it was a very emotional journey, and so we have here the impressions out of this artwork. It's also a video light installation from Jan Lewandowski, and combined with the art understanding and installations from Nia Alon. This is like a raincoat, one of a lot that we had when we were in Poland, in Auschwitz-Birkenau, and it's very unique to still use all these items out of the journey that we experienced. And in the regular artwork, these are like 3 pieces, 3 lights and 3 raincoats, and with a QR code you can see the pictures of us being there and poems of students reflecting their experience there. And also this arrangement with the phones we have here, showing the different algorithm of the students. On one side, like an algorithm, or we have here the Instagram account of Bring Them Home Now, and the importance for Israeli society about this topic during the last 2 years. On the other side, we have an algorithm of one of our students having funny videos in between pictures of war, and showing and understanding the different algorithms and the moments of understanding or not understanding. In between we have here our artwork. It's an installation of a poem. This poem is a poem written by one of our students. It's a very emotional poem. It has the title Two Worlds, and these 2 worlds are really from the beginning to the end of this poem, showing the narrative and the pain of each side, and it's very bringing possibility of encounter. On the left side we see pictures of Gaza, the destruction of Gaza and the pain, and on the right side we have kibbutz Kfar Aza, and Kfar Aza is like the way of showing the understanding and the pain of the Israeli society and the results of the 7th of October. And it is not about showing the pain of other, or comparing it or putting it on the same level. No, it's about understanding the simultaneity of pain and simultaneity of happenings in our society, in our present. One of our results of bringing the students together in the Negev is showing their daily life and their reality. And this is like one of the artworks out of the movie parts that we created with Jan Lewandowski while we were in the Negev. And in the middle we find our Zelish. It is an audio light installation that we created in the BOM Art Space. It was the main exhibition part, and usually there are audio boxes on the light installations, and the students are having monologues while they were in Morocco and in Spain and in the Negev, and they are talking at the same time, and it is like the understanding of having this audio light installation where all the sounds are at the same time and fulfilling the room and are showing or giving us the understanding that we have to move closer to listen to the monologues, to listen to the narrative of the other, while the world is so loud and noisy and everything is happening at the same time. It is hard to see and understand and to listen to one side. And the understanding of this Zelish mosaic is one of the things that we brought with us from our journey in Cordoba and Morocco. It is the search and the understanding for the perfection in creation. This symbolizes the perfection of the creation of God, and that we are seeking for perfection and harmony in between the nations. And it is like bringing the narratives, bringing the experiences, bringing the understandings, bringing the pain, the suffer, and the hope of everybody here together. So this is also one of the hope stations that we use during our conversations in this exhibition. And the last station and the last island of hope is one of the conclusions that we have out of our journey with Architecture of Hope during the last 2 years. This is the situation, short impression documentary also of Jan Lewandowski of October 2025 now, where it was finally possible to bring the 3 groups from Rahat, Shaha Negev, and from Hamburg together on Cyprus. Cyprus became here one of our islands of hope. It is like the first time during this endless war and this endless suffering and pain, and all the time trying to reach out for each other and to seek for hope, where we finally could bring the groups together. And this is the place where we created our alphabet and try to finalize our alphabet of hope, all the alphabet movements that we had in Cordoba in the beginning, in Spain, Andalusia, in the understanding during our work also in Israel, and then in Poland, the alphabet that we created. And out of these alphabet movements, we have this final understanding of this language that we try to create with Islands of Hope, and one of the conclusions by bringing them all together and trying to speak all the same language through our alphabet of hope. And yeah, this is like a very moving and touching experience for us, because it was the 7th of October that separated us, that we were not able to meet each other, because on the same day we were supposed to meet in Cordoba. 2 years later, and we tried to bring everybody together. We finally brought them together when it was in October 2025, where we had the final release of the hostages and this amazing way of hope, of an ending to this war, and the possibility for the people in Gaza and in Israel to finally end this war and to live again. So this is the impression that we have, or the impressions that we have here out of the exhibition. And Islands of Hope is trying to bring all these aspects here together, not by having them in comparing them. It is more about having the simultaneity, everything that is happening at the same time, and the understanding of the pain of each and every one, and to see and to understand, and more important, to meet each other, to encounter, to see and to talk to each other. This is Islands of Hope.